Right, back again. Punch Club February Goldfish card. It's so stinking cute. Absolutely love it. So let's just rip into it. Now you're going to need a pink ink pad and sponge to do all your sponging, or yellow. It really doesn't matter which, as long as you've got an ink pad to do sponging. Now once again, for video purposes, I will not be sponging, but I recommend that you sponge all your edges. It really brings the fish to life. Okay, all right, once again we need the 2 1/4 inch and the tulip builder punch. Open your kit. Everything you need is in here. I'll just grab these out. There we go. Oh, and there's lots of little bits, so be sure to get everything out. Okay, so I've given you some vellum. I have not, however, die cut it. Just die cut whatever seaweed you've got. If you don't have this particular set, just use your scissors and cut strips to make it look like seaweed. It really is just to give the illusion of the bottom of the ocean. I have used our glimmer paper. I have not given you the glimmer paper, but what I have done is I've given you a piece of Whisper White card. What you do is you grab your brushes and you can do some blending. You might want to do a blue under the sea or a tealy green under the sea. It's entirely up to you, but what I recommend is you get your brushes and you do some sponging, or your brayer, or if you're really confident, get those inks and splash some inks on there. So I'd love to see what you do for your background, but I kind of cheated. I just used some glimmer paper. It was quick and easy. Right, now the first thing we need to do is get our 2 1/4 inch punch. Now we need one for the card and one for the recipe book. And if you're making an extra fish for your recipe book, you need to punch 3. Now you need to do the same. We need 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you've got your 3 Magenta Madness and 3 Mango Melody. In the kit, you've got 3 gorgeous little hearts. You've got some yellow bits here and some pink bits, and I'm going to show you what it's all about. So the first thing you want to do is grab some handy dandy snips. Now, if you have a scalloped edge die, grab that and die cut this in half. I do not own a scalloped edge die, so I'm just going to get my scissors and I'm just going to pretend that this is a scalloped edge, and round. Oops. There we go. And if you're clever, you now have 2 pieces for your fish. Now, you would now get your sponge and you would sponge all the edges. Okay, so please don't forget to sponge. Vitally important. But obviously for video, we're not going to do it. And I'm just going to put a small piece of adhesive on the back of this. Then you're going to now line it up on your Mango Melody circle, just like that. Okay. Now comes the eyeball. Loads of fun. So before we... I hope you can see that there. I'm going to put it there. We need, remember last month I told you need black and white markers. Good quality ones. I'll just grab mine. One sec. Just when you think we're all prepared. So here's my stash of markers, and I'm going to use this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a black circle. Oh, maybe that's not my better one. They're probably starting to die a bit of a natural death. I've used them for so long. Aha. So draw your circle. I just start off small and then I just make it bigger by going around. Now, it doesn't matter too much about the top, okay, because we're actually going to cover that. Now this is where the fun bit comes. You grab your snips and you're going to sponge all these edges. I know these pieces are small, but it really helps if you sponge all the edges. And I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue on the back of here. Mine is not going to look as good as yours because I haven't sponged it. Then you're going to put a sleepy eyelid. Isn't that so cute? Over there, grabbing your white marker. I hope this one works. I'll just test drive it. No. I've got a few here that, you know, they don't want to work anymore. You need to shake them too every now and then. Oh, come on. Let's see if I can get that one to go. No. So you're going to get your white pen and draw a little pupil there. I'll just try another one. I've got, this one. Oh, no. Ah, that's better. There we go. See, just a little bit of white there. Now, he is going to come onto your fish about here. A little bit of glue. And we're going to just put it on a little angle like that. So cute. Alrighty. Now, with our tulip builder punch and our mango melody, that's why your mango melody piece is so much bigger. You need to punch out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these tails. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about time I sharpen some of my punches. So I've got 5 of those. So we need 1 for our recipe book. Now, for the tail, remember I mentioned earlier there's sort of a fat podgy end and a skinny end. We want the 2 skinny ends. You're going to once again sponge these. And all I'm going to do is put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of one. And then I grab the opposite. And I'm just going to adhere them together. Simply like that. Okay, so that's the tail. I'm going to put some more adhesive on there. And then I'm going to bring my fishy over. And I think that's a good place for a tail. Once again, for the fins, so we use the skinny end for the tail, but for the fins, we're going to use the fatter end, okay? So just put a piece of adhesive on the end that we're not using. Tuck it over. And place it underneath. Now, you just got to remember to line them up it's the opposites. Bit of adhesive on there. And how's that? There we go. So starting to come together, but you know what this fish needs? This fish needs some lips. Okay. We have got the gorgeous little heart punch. Now this comes out of our dog punch. There is a little heart on the side of the dog punch. So I'm just going to add that on now. Now the best way to do that is a little bit of adhesive on there, just a tiny smidgen. Okay, and we're just going to tuck those lips under there. How fucking cute. All right. But of course your goldfish would be all sponged and beautiful. Now when you go to make your recipe, we'll bring the recipe book in. That's the turtle one that we just did. So I'll flip the page. I sort of flip 2 pages at a time. Right, so basically we need our this one. And then we're going to do this one. And you're going to show in your recipe to cut a scalloped edge. So cut as shown. Okay, and we need 1 of those and 1 of those. And it's a 2 1/4 inch. 2 1/4 inch. Okay. Then we're going to adhere our tail, or our petal, our leaf from the tulip. And we need to show that we need 4 times. 2 for tail, and then 1 for, I hope you can see that, 1 for top and bottom fin. Okay, always write notes as you go. And then of course we've got our little eyeball. So we have 1 of those, and we have 1 of these. And we're going to put our lips in as well. And that way, by having this recipe book, you can go back. And if you don't have these punches and you want to make the card again, you just ring me up and say, Fiona, can you please punch me some of these? And for a small fee, I will post them to you. 1 times 4 lips. And then on this one, we just want to go to show where to cut. So cut as shown. And we don't want that piece. 1, 1. And then, once we're happy, we get our adhesive, put it on the book, and we pop our, is he going to fit there? Look at that. And there is our recipe done. Okay, once again, any questions, I'm totally here for you. And then when you go to make the card, just go creative as. I added some of our new iridescent pearls. These are from the Sand and Sea suite. This is from the Sand and Sea dies. So yeah, if you want to know more, just ask. But I hope you have fun. I can't wait to see what yours are like.